is to blame for the Pac-12 mess? What's happened in the last 13 months? I know it started with Larry Scott, the former Pac-12 commish, but he's not the one that's totally at fault. To me, it's between George Kliavkoff or the Pac-12 presidents. And it's a really good question in all this because they just couldn't accept the fact they're not going to get as good of a TV deal as they wanted. And then Colorado decided, you know what? We haven't seen any numbers yet. We're going to leave. That's what they did last week. And then kind of chaotic yesterday in the morning, they're on the up and up with the grand rights. But then Oregon and Washington said, forget this. I'm leaving. We're going to the Big Ten together. And then they just got shot and they're dead. There was no way they're going to survive that. And then Arizona State, and Utah came to the Big 12 as well. So they're literally down to 4 teams. But out of all that, I'd say it's the Pac-12 presidents on this. You got to admit the leadership by George Kliavkoff was bad too. I admit that. But I think it's more on the presidents. They were stubborn and they chose academics over athletics. And clearly, you didn't think that you're going to get a rotten apple of a TV deal. I know it was punny what I just said about rotten apple, but you got to admit that's the truth. It was between $20 to $22 million, and then incentives on top of that. And it's heavy streaming at that. So why would any team take that? And George Kliavkoff had all the time in the world too to get a TV deal done. And Brett Yormark said, okay, you're on standby. We're going to jump ahead of the line and take the TV deal. So and they got an extension. So you had to make that look more stable, and it kind of put the Pac-12 on the back burner, so to speak. But seriously, who do you think is to blame for the Pac-12 situation? Is it the commish, the current one, the former one, or is it the Pac-12 presidents themselves? I think it's the Pac-12 presidents, but I want y'all to comment below and think about that question. That is a really good question in all this. And hopefully, down the line, for all the other conferences, they don't make the same mistake as the Pac-12 did. And you know that this conference is pretty much dead, and this is the second one since 2010. Because remember, the Big East went away in terms of football. I mean, not in 2010, but you get what I'm saying. Like in 2011, like after that, when West Virginia and Cincinnati left and Louisville left the Big East to their respective conferences. But seriously, anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe, and see you guys later. 5 subscribers, we're on the road to it. Let's go.